let's go ahead and talk about the problem of the day. Be sure to answer the questions I ask out loud and think about how your work is the same or different from what we talk about together. How could we represent this problem? Say it out loud. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to represent. One way that I bet some of you said was to go ahead and draw a picture. We could draw 4 groups with 3/4 in each group because there are 4 batches and each batch needs 3/4 tablespoons of vanilla. So I've got my 4 batches. Okay, and we said 3/4 tablespoon, right, in each batch. Just going to sheet in 3 of my 1/4 out of each hole because each batch only needs 3/4 of a tablespoon. Okay, great. So then how would we solve? Say it out loud. Yeah, we could just count up the total number of parts that we have. Count with me. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4, 9/4, 10/4, 11/4. We have 12/4. That's how many tablespoons he's going to need. Great. Okay. So I'm wondering, how could we represent this work with an addition equation? And why would that work? Say it out loud. Yeah, we could write 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 because, I'm sorry, plus 3/4 because we are adding 3/4 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Answer would still be 12/4, right? We know from our work yesterday, adding fractions with like denominators, that the denominator is not going to change because what we're changing is the number of parts we're referring to, not the size of the parts. Okay. I am wondering, though, is there actually a more efficient way that I could represent this problem using a different equation? Say it out loud. Oh, right. We could use multiplication because multiplication is the same as repeated addition. What would our multiplication equation be and why? Say it out loud. Right. 4, because we have 4 groups, times 3/4, because each group has 3/4 in it. That makes sense. Okay. And how would we solve this equation? Say it out loud. We could take 4 times 3, and that would give us 12. And then we could write that over 4, because we're still working with fourths, right? We end up with 12 fourths. Why does that work? Say it out loud. Why are we only multiplying the numerator and not the denominator? Right, it works because we're making 4 groups with 3 fourths in each group. So you end up with 12 fourths, just like we did over here, and we were using repeated addition. The size of the pieces we're working with here doesn't change. The thing that's changing is the number of pieces that we have. So we can remember that we can actually multiply the numerator by a whole number and then write it over the denominator. Because the size of the pieces does not change, only the number of pieces changes. Read it with me. We can multiply the numerator by the whole number and write it over the denominator. The size of the pieces does not change, only the number of pieces changes.